Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani, Keshwani. We are here because we want to improve our math skill. Today is our day number 19. Today we have a geometry question. There we go. It has a picture in it, so I need to draw the picture. We are given a circle. Inside the circle we have a rectangle. Looks something like this. And we are told that the distance from, let's call these corners, I hope you already know it, these corners are called vertex, which is just a very fancy way of saying corner of a picture. The plural of vertex is vertices. I'm pretty sure that is how you spell it, but check my spelling anyway, vertices. So let's give these vertices name, let's christen them. Oh, I just used another vocab word in that sentence. The word was, first you spell Christ and then you put E and N at the end, and now it's pronounced christen. Christen literally means to baptize somebody, but here I used it and metaphorically as in to give somebody a name, to name something, to name something or to name someone. Let's christen these vertices so that we can talk about them, A, B, C and D. We are told that A to B, we are told that A to D is twice AB. So let's call this distance A to B, let's call it A. So this distance is 2A. That's what we are told. What else we are told? So a rectangle is inscribed within a circle. Oh, here's another word, inscribed. Inscribed simply means it's contained within, it is drawn within. Let me just make sure that is the right word before as I've told you many a times, there is in fact, now I know you'll find it very hard to believe, but there is in fact a limit as to how much of a fool I want to make of myself in each given video, and I don't want to go over that quota. Inscribed, there we go. Inscribed, which means drawn within the circle, inscribed within the a rectangle is inscribed within the circle. What else we are told? We are told that the area of this rectangle, area of the rectangle ABCD is 50. And the question is very straightforward. The question is, what is the circumference of the circle? That's it, that's all there is. Very simple, very straightforward question. One more time, I'm going to go over it. Here is our question, so I will demarcate it so that it's easier to see. Oh, there is another good word. And I believe we did learn that word, demarcation. These are all good words to know. They are all good, as I always say many times to you, they are good words to know, not just for the sake of knowing the word, but they are also excellent words to know. They are good words to know, not just for the sake of expanding your vocabulary, but these are also excellent words to know if you are going to take any of these tests, SAT, GRE, GMAT, or even TOEFL for that matter. The word was that I just used was, let's see if I can, I know we covered it, there we go. The word was demarcate. What does it mean to demarcate? The noun would be demarcation, which means to put a boundary, outline. Here I'm giving you the meaning as a noun, but this is I'm writing as a verb, but that's okay. Demarcation. Demarcation would be the noun. A demarcation is a boundary or an outline or a border. Boundary or outline of or a border. There you go. How did this word crop up, demarcate? Oh, right here. I said let me put a demarcation around the question, so that it's easier to see what actually was the question was, because there was too much going on with the vocabulary. Question simply is, what is the circumference of the circle? That's all it is. Very simple, very straightforward. Let's solve the problem, okay? Enough of the talk. What I want you to do at this point is pause the video, solve the problem yourself, come up with the answer, whatever it is that you can do, and then resume the video, and then compare the work that you did by yourself and the work that you and I are going to do together. So here we go, pause your video. Alright, there are two ways we can tackle this problem. As I've always told you before, there are two ways of tackling these problems. One is what I call the conventional way, the traditional way. Oh, I erased all of those words there. Conventional way, the traditional way, the orthodox way, the classical way, the academic way, the proper way, the mathematical way, the geeky way, the nerdy way, the way you are expected to solve this problem, the way your math teacher will expect you to solve this problem, and then the other way is what I call the quick and dirty way. Which way should we do first? Oh, I haven't given you the answers, have I? Oh, I forgot all about it. And the answer choices that we're given out is, I'm quickly running out of room here, so I need to erase something. Let's erase all of these words. We have already learned these words. The word was demarcation, crescent, vertex, vertices is the plural of vertex, and inscribe, which means to draw on within something. That is misspelled. There should be S in it. Inscribe. As I always tell you, do not depend on my vocabulary. I'm not a good speller. So here are the answer choices. 10 pi, 5 pi times root 5, 3 pi times root 5, 3 pi times root 3, and finally 2 pi times root 5. There are two ways to tackle this problem. Let's do the classical way first, the conventional way first, and then I'll show you the quick and dirty way. Okay? We are told that the area of this rectangle, area of the rectangle, is 50. Well, we know this side is A and this side is 2 times A, and we know the area of the rectangle is length times width. So length times width, rectangle, are we talking about rectangle ABCD? Length times width we know has to be 50. The length is 2A, the width is A. 2A times A is 2A squared, which we are told is 50. Divide both sides by 2 and we find that A squared is 25, and therefore A must be 5. Voilà, so we have that answer now. This is 5 and this is 10. The rest is very simple, very straightforward. Now what we have is a right angle triangle, a simple right angle triangle in which one side is 10, the other side is 5, the other side is 5, this side is 10, that side is 5. A to C is the hypotenuse, which is also the diameter. A to C is the diameter. And we can very easily find that out by using Pythagorean theorem. So let's do that then. Using the Pythagorean theorem tells us that 10 squared plus 5 squared should equal, let's call this D for diameter. Diameter squared, 10 squared is 100, 25 equals D squared, therefore D is square root of 125. Square root of 125, which can be written as 125 can be written as 5 times 25. Why do we break it up 5 times 25? Because 5 times 25 now can be broken up further as square root of 5 times the square root of 25. And square root of 25 we know is 5. Square root of 25 we know is 5, and therefore this thing goes down to 5 times root 5. 5 times root 5. I'm going to change a couple of the answer choices. Okay, here we go. There we go. Why did I have to change a couple of the answer choices? Because as I make these problems, sometimes you have to work with them. Sometimes you have to fix them before they actually work. Because 5 times root 5. Why do you suppose I changed the answer choices just now? Because the way the answer choice is written, there was only one answer choice, but there is still only one answer choice with 5 times root 5 in it. Oh. Okay, let's not make this a multiple choice questions, because it gives a game away. This thing I should have thought ahead of time when I wrote the questions, because we have a 5 times root 5 here, and the only answer choice I see with the 5 times root 5 is B, which gives the game away, doesn't it? So anyway, that's it. So let's get rid of the answer choice altogether. 5 times root 5. Oh no, this is the, what we found here is the diameter. We have to take half of that, which is going to be the radius, and then from that we have to figure out the circumference. Let's finish the problem. Let's first answer the question, then we'll see what the answer choice comes out to be. So that's our diameter, and therefore the radius is 5 times root 5 over 2, half of that. And circumference we know is 2 pi r. 2 times pi times r, which is this, 5 times root 5 over 2, and this 2 will cancel out. And we end up with 5 pi times root 5. That's it. That was the answer. The question simply was, what was the circumference? And the answer is 5 pi times root 5. See, that actually drives a point home that when we write these questions, when we come up with these questions for the exam, contrary to popular belief, coming up with a question is actually the easy part. The difficult part in a standardized exam, when you create a question, the difficult part there is not coming up with the question itself. Coming up with the question is pretty straightforward. It is coming up with 5 clever answer choices, so that the right answer does not become too obvious. And obviously I did not do a very good job of that, because the answer choices that I put it on the blackboard before, it gives the game away. There was only one answer choice with the 5 root 5 in it, 5 root 5, which is our answer here. Circumference is 5 root 5, and there was only one answer choice with that quantity in it. It gives the game away. It gives the game away in the sense that there is a chance that there might be some people who do not know what's going on in the problem, do not know how to solve the problem, or maybe they know how to solve the problem, they're running out of time, and they want to guess, and they make a smart guess. They just figured, well, I arrive at a diameter of 5 times root 5, the correct answer would have to have some quantity with root 5 in it, 5 times it, and they will end up picking right answer without actually doing the work. And if that happens, then that's not a good question. That's not a very well written question. Even though the question itself is fine, but the quality of the question is not determined by the content of the question itself. That's only half the game. The other half of the game, the other half of the battle is coming up with the 5 clever answer choices, which I did not do. Anyway, at least we learned how to solve this thing here. So that's all it was. I hope you found it helpful. If you wish to get hold of me for personal private tutoring, face-to-face tutoring, or over the internet via Skype or over the telephone for GRE, GMAT, SAT or TOEFL, you can go to any of these website addresses and send me an email. Or you can simply go to kashwaniprep.com and you can get hold of me from there as well. Alright, thanks.